Okay, so today we're going to talk about the imparfait, the imperfect. And a lot of people get really frustrated with the imperfect. But I want to make it as easy as I can. I'm all about making things and grammar easy. Now, listen, you're going to have to practice. There's no way of getting around that. But there are some things that can help you practice things that are in the back of your mind so that it makes it a lot easier for you to understand. All right, and that's what I want to do here. So I want to use the things that are the easiest and the most obvious, and we'll start from there. Okay, so when do we use it? This is everybody's question. Oh my gosh, when do I have to use this as opposed to passé composé? Okay, here's a good thing. Always with time. No exceptions here. Always with time. And I'm going to give you examples of all of this in just a bit. An ongoing action. What's an ongoing action? It's a was-ing. He was going to the store when that. He was singing in the shower when the phone rang. Okay, so that's an ongoing action. Was-ing, were-ing. Descriptions. Physical, emotional. When you think about a description, think using the imperfect. Habitual actions. What is that? Everyone says, what's a habitual action? It's an action that you do again and again and again. When you brush your teeth, that's a habitual action. You do it every single day, hopefully twice a day. You wash your face every single day. You take a shower every single day. Those are, or you know, maybe you only take a shower once a week. Fine, that's still a habitual action. You do it once a week. Okay, so anything that you do consistently on a consistent basis, and the passé in the imperfect, it may be that you used to visit your parents or your grandparents every summer. That would have been a habitual action. Every Sunday you used to go to the movies. Every Friday you used to go get ice cream. These are all habitual actions. They were actions that you did routinely. All right, let's give you some examples for those things that I just gave you. Time. Il était 3 heures de l'après-midi. You notice that il était. So you can use this with anything. Il était 10 heures, il était 11 heures. It doesn't change. That is one thing we can say, yay, there's no change here. We can use this always time with the imperfect. All right, here's our was-ing. Marc marchait au travail quand le chien l'a mordu. So he was walking, il marchait. This is the ongoing action. He was walking to work quand le chien l'a mordu, when the dog bit him. You notice that mordu is in the passé composé. Il l'a mordu because the dog bit him and he ran off. That was not any kind of ongoing action. It is not a description. The dog bit him, he ran away. Okay? This is a very, very common structure. You're going to see this all of the time. You're going to see that you have this ongoing action along with the thing that stops the action. The ongoing action is in the past, is in the imperfect, and the thing that stopped the action is in the passé composé. All right, habitual actions, those routine, everyday actions. Quand je vivais en France, j'allais au café tous les jours. While I was living in France, was-ing, j'allais, I would go au café tous les jours. I would go to the cafe every day. Okay, you notice that in English, we have would, should, and could. These are what we call modal verbs in English, okay? But in French, they don't have those. Not really, kind of, but they're actually in different tenses. So for us, if you have a would, should, could, and it's in the past tense, then it's going to be the imperfect. All right? Feel free to pause me anytime you need to. Okay, descriptions. Let's talk about physical descriptions first. Il était grand. He was big. Nous portions des uniformes. We would wear uniforms. Jean-Paul et Jeanne avaient les yeux bleus et les cheveux noirs. They had blue eyes, black hair. All right, those are physical descriptions of what they were wearing, how they looked, their, size, things like that. All right, now let's talk about emotional descriptions. Il se sentait triste. He was feeling sad. Elles étaient rigolos. They were funny people. Vous étiez très fâché. You were really mad. All right, so we've got emotional and we've got physical, but they're all descriptions. All right? All right, here's some English equivalents that I'm going to put above the Château de Chambord. Was ing. I was walking. He was wearing. Would do. We would go every year too. Would, should, could. Remember, there is no real equivalent. So in French, if you have a would, should, could, if you're going to put it in French, put it in the imperfect. If it's in the past tense. These are always used, they're always used in the imperfect. And there's a mistake here on this page, and it's on château. Should have an accent there. See, I make mistakes too. Some cue words that will help you to identify if something is going to be in the imperfect, maybe not always, but often. And we're going to put them here next to Notre Dame, the very famous cathedrale in Paris. De temps en temps, from time to time, I would do this. Remember would, should, could? It's going to be in the imperfect. Toujours, tout le temps. Always, I would do this. Souvent, often. Chaque été, every, really what we're looking at is chaque here. So each summer, chaque semaine, each week. Chacun, each year. Suivant, following. Parfois, sometimes I would do this. Des fois, sometimes, same thing. You know, you've got a lot of similar words here. Okay, let's do some practice here. And again, remember, if you need to, pause me. I'm only going to pause about 5 seconds and go on to the next thing. So if you need to do it, pause me. But I suggest that you write this out, that you say it to yourself to get some good practice in. Elle visite Paris tous les étés. Elle visitait Paris tous les étés. Nous parlons au téléphone quand le chien commence à aboyer. Nous parlions au téléphone quand le chien a commencé à aboyer. Il regarde un film chaque jour à l'âge de 15 ans. Il regardait un film chaque jour à l'âge de 15 ans. Je suis contente. J'étais contente. Vous nagez chaque hiver au Bali? Chaque hiver, vous nagiez au Bali? Obviously, you can put that chaque hiver. You don't have to put it there specifically. You can move it around. It's not a big deal. Tu réussis aux examens d'hiver? Tu réussissais toujours aux examens d'hiver? I put the toujours in there so that you can see. Obviously, you can't just pull that out of the air and assume that it's going to be there, but this helps you to see that it's always something that this person succeeded at. Because if it was only one time, then you would use the passé composé. But this was always, they used to succeed at those winter exams, okay? If they only did it once, then it would be the passé composé. All right, I hope that this has helped you understand the imperfect a little bit better. I know that you're going to do great as you continue on with your studies.